go and just bring energy. Mark said that really stood out.
Yeah.
How did it feel getting into that type of environment?
It felt really good just to get out there and compete. Uh, yeah, just being competitive and just miss kind of competing and being out there with the guys. And it was good to get out there and just bring some energy.
There were so many moments throughout last night's game where it just felt like a slog and felt like neither team was making much forward progress at all.
Yeah.
How did you, as a group, kind of battle through those moments enough to keep the game within reach?
We just stuck to what we were doing. They had it rolling for I feel like the first 3 quarters or the first 2 quarters for sure. But we just trusted it. We went into halftime and um, just basically and told each other to kind of just stick with it and just trust the game plan and trust what we've been doing. And you seen in the second half, we kind of the tables turned a little bit.
Kenrich, we heard the word trust a lot between you, Chet, Shay. Like everybody brought up how important trust was in that game in particular. Can you kind of explain what you guys are referring to when you mean like trust is so important for you all?
I think for last night's game, it was trust in just each other as far as like early the shots weren't going down. We were getting some good looks. Guys were making some good passes. We were passing up open shots to get better shots. Um, and Shay was making some great passes for open shots as well. And that's just a part of trusting each other. In the first half, shots weren't falling for us, but in the second half, when we trusted in the first half, it kind of carried on to the second half, and those shots fell for us in the second half.
Is there a toughness to that? I mean, because you got that whole stat about most comeback wins being about down double digits.
Right.
Is that a mental thing? Is that a competitive thing that allow you to do that? What is that translates throughout the team?
I think it's both mental preparation and just being tough and staying in the moment, not getting too down, not getting too high up on our horses. We know it's at stake. We've been in those positions before, and also our coaches, they do a very good job of kind of encouraging us when we're down and just reminding us that we've been in situations like this before and we came out on top.
What did you learn about this team going through these last 3 games? It was tough situation and everything. And then did you learn anything new about this team?
Good question. Not necessarily learn anything new. I feel like it's been a while since we had lost 2 in a row. We lost 2 in a row, and and the whole vibes. It's a different feeling when you lose, and when you lose 2 in a row, that's a different type of feeling. And the guys were very positive. I can say that they were very positive going into this last game. What was game 4? What was it?
That was four.
Yeah, game 4, and very positive, good mindset. The coaching staff was very motivating for us. Gave us a good speech, and I feel like once you have positive a mindset, going into games, and it just good only can come out from it.
Kenrich, you had that kind of welcome back party last night at the airport. You've been part of a few of those now.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, what does it mean to just kind of have that a special connection with the fan base that they're willing to stick up that way?
Yeah, that's crazy. Just to be a part of an organization like this with a fan base like we have, it's truly grateful. It's something that you don't take for granted. Those guys coming out in the middle of the night on a weekday. I'm pretty sure some of them got to work and some of them got school, homework and stuff. And it's just, when the fans are doing that, it just makes you extremely grateful for where you're at and the type of people that you're playing for and the type of people you're playing with. So we're extremely grateful as a group.
Eight games into the season so far, what do you think is the biggest thing that you've noticed about this team, whether it's from the first series and now two totally different situations? What do you think you've noticed about this team that really stands out, that makes it the squad that it is?
I think that the thing that stands out is, we're a hungry team. I think that we know we belong here at this stage. Outside of our age, we belong on this stage, and we're a hungry group.
Kind of random, but you seem to do like a lot of your media availabilities holding a basketball. What's kind of the story behind that?
Just therapy, good therapy for me. Yeah.
Kenrich, what did you think of Case and Chet? Obviously, a lot of guys are going through this for the first time, but as rookies, they seem to step up and be fearless in fourth quarter yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have been great all year, not just the playoffs. Kaysen has been, great for us, both on both sides of the ball, shooting the ball well, also defending well, just making the impact plays. And then Chet, of course, is coming into his own as a player, hit some big free throws and a couple of big shots last night for us. And the future is bright for those guys. Like you said, both rookies and first year on this stage. And, man, it's an honor to be, to share the court with those guys.
Jason doesn't seem to just get rattled or flustered or anything. It's just kind of like straight face.
Yeah.
Every time he's out there on the floor. Is that similar to what
I
you see
mean,
from him off the court as well?
Yeah, that's him every day. I mean, his own pace, like walk around slow, that's Kaysen, man. He just pretty chill guy. He just lets the game come to him, and just somebody that he's happy to be here at this stage, and he's definitely hungry for more and for more success.
You appreciate maybe more your texting like him. 2 years ago, he's in high school.
Right.
He was state player of the year.
Right.
Now he's playing on the biggest stage there is.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and to be playing kind of back home against the Mavs, and that's big, man. Especially in the playoffs. When I was a rookie, I wasn't in the playoffs, but any chance I got to play back home, it was an honor. And for him being from Dallas, I'm pretty sure he rises to the occasion for sure when those games are going on, especially when we're playing a good team like the Mavs.
Kenrich, some of the possessions that Chet finished off defensively for you all last night, I mean, he's either really affecting a shot or getting clobbered on a rebound and somehow still coming up with it. Tell me about the toughness of that guy who's a 21-year-old rookie.
Yeah. Super tough. He's been doing it the whole playoffs though, not just this series, not just last night. He's been doing it the whole playoffs. He's a guy when you look at him, you like, man, he's frail, skinny body. You don't think too much of him, but man, he literally, man, he gives it all, his all out there, and plays much more physical than how he looks. And you got to give credit to him. Super competitor, loves those big moments, and really embraces it.
Kenrich, when you guys are watching film today, I mean, you're looking at what you guys are doing and some things you can change. But when you're thinking about what the Mavericks might do, do you anticipate any drastic changes on their part for game five?
I can't really say what they're gonna do because I'm not in the locker room, but I'm pretty sure that those two guys, Luka and Kyrie, are gonna come out super aggressive and try to make plays, and we just got to do our best to contain those guys.
What do you think of your role on this team, whether you're playing on the court or not? I mean, from the bench or in the locker room, what is your role?
I think my role is kind of what you seen yesterday. Just whenever my number's called, come in and bring energy. Continue to be a professional every day. Show up every day. Try my best to lead these guys. And just like I said, whenever my number is called, just stay ready. That's my role with the team, and I'm extremely grateful for where I'm at right now and in my role with this team.
Were you making dinner plans with some of the Mavericks when you got out there underneath the basket? What was that about?
I mean, nah, not necessarily. It was just competitive playoff basketball.
After 2 games on the road, how excited are you to be back inside? It comes in with a home crowd advantage.
Yeah, super excited. Even last night, coming back and seeing all those people at the airport, it kind of makes you ready for the game, to see what the atmosphere is going to be like. Well, I know what the atmosphere is going to be like. It's going to be electric, and it's going to be good. We got to protect home court, of course, and it's going to be super fun.
I know, some of the shot making got attention last night late, but Chet cleared the glass so many times and seemed to just take a lot of hits down inside the paint on both ends of the floor. What did you make of just his competitiveness that we've seen all season, showing up once again here in a massive moment?
Yeah, Chet was he was gutsy last night. Both ends really good. Did a lot of dirty work for us around the basket. Obviously, they present challenges with their size on the glass and finishing, and you got to account for the roller, and then they've got a potent ball handler attacking. So he's in some 1-on-2 situations that are difficult for him, and he's done a great job. So again, we need to continue to sharpen that blade as the series goes on, continue to improve with the series, because it's a long series, minimum 6 games, and we got to go out there and be ready to throw our best punch tomorrow.
Is there something to the fact that these guys, the relationship that they build with a player like Kenrich, probably run through a wall for that guy, and to have him out there, and do you feel a little jolt to the rest of the team just by him being out there?
Yeah, I think he gives us confidence, with his toughness and the way he plays on offense. I mean, he's a compete-together player. He's a great system player on both ends, makes the right plays on offense, in the right spots on defense, competitive, team-oriented. So I thought he did a great job last night.
When you said team, babe, we talk about the comeback wins, double digits, and all that kind of stuff. Is that something, every team's different, that you see early in the training camp, the season as it goes on? What allows a team to have that mental toughness, whatever it is, to be able to do that time and time again?
I think it just starts with the competitive spirit of the team and the guys. They're just competitive guys that see challenges as an opportunity instead of a threat. And last night was a great example. It was a tough game. We go in there, we're down in the series on the road, and the majority of the game doesn't go our way. I mean, it just we were down by 7, and it just felt like we were miles away from the lead at times. And, to just hang in there when the offense isn't just churning, to keep the game in striking distance and then to pull through was great toughness. And, now we head into another challenge. We're going to be playing against a team that responds well to losses, that has played well on the road in the playoffs. Coming in here, they're going to be ready to play tomorrow, Dallas is. And so the challenges don't stop, as you move through the series and as you move through the playoffs.
We saw Kaysen play with a lot of fearlessness. That's something we've seen from him all season long. But adding in the context of, a playoff environment, he's near home in Dallas and just all of that surrounding it, but yet he still kind of has that stoic approach to the game. Just what does that say about him?
He's always in character. It's why he's so easy to trust. He's very reliable. As a player, he's very reliable as a person, and he's about as consistent as they come, despite, being inexperienced and young. He's a rookie player. So, he's been a huge part of our team this season. He's been a huge part of the playoffs so far. I thought the game, I don't know what game it was. I think it was game 3 in New Orleans when Dub got hurt early in the game and left. He subbed in like a minute and a half in the game, and just we were steady despite the fact he didn't know he was going in that early. And, so he's done a great job. We're going to need him here. This is, a big series for him because of what he can do for us defensively. So we're going to continue to need him in these next games.
Sticking with Kaysen, there's not a lot of rookies in this most recent draft class who are still playing at this point in the season. but Kaysen and Lively both really key roles. Just how uncommon and impressive is it to see them both playing such a high level at this stage?
Yeah, they're both playing great. You know, Kaysen's playing great for us. Lively's a really good player, a really impactful player, and has given them great minutes. And so impressive young players that are, you know, really contributing and doing a great job.
Dort picked up 2 quick fouls there at the beginning of the game, played him through that, finished with 40 minutes. You talked about before about how your philosophy towards that is to let the referees foul them out instead of yourself.
Yep.
When did you first kind of realize that that's going to be your approach?
Yeah, it's something that our data science guy, one of our guys, pointed out to me as something to think about. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought that it had some legs, you know. And so we did it, you know, for a couple of years there, you know. And what you learn is that there's a lot of games where they don't even foul out. He didn't foul out last night. You know, he finished with 5. You know, and yet played physically and, you know, played in care. He didn't try to avoid fouls. He guarded Doncic the whole time. So, you know, I like erring on the side of aggressiveness with a lot of things. You know, it's just, I think, you know, chance favors the aggressor. And so I try to be aggressive with a lot of things. I think it sets a good tone with the team. We want them to play aggressively. I need to coach aggressively, you know, if I want to expect that from them. And so that's just one example of it.
Mark, going through all the 8 games in round 1, round 2, and then especially the tough situation against Mouse, did you learn anything new about this team or player or even yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we're learning, you know, this is our first experience, you know, going through playoff series, playoff run. You know, this is the first playoff series where we've been down, tied, other than 0-0 against New Orleans. And we're learning all the time. I mean, we're learning as we go through these experiences. So this is great for us. You know, if you zoom out and look at where we are in the cycle of our team and where our players are in the cycle of their careers, you know, it's early and there's a lot of room for growth and improvement. And these type of situations really accelerate that, whether they're positive or negative. I mean, we lost game 2 and 3, but I still believe we were growing during that time. And so this has been great for us.
Anything specific or something you noticed?
Not that comes to mind. I don't think it's like a ton of tangible things. It's just, you know, you go through the experiences for the first time and you feel what it feels like for the first time and you see how you respond for the first time individually and as a team and you learn from it. You know, and the team's done a great job of that, you know, for years now. And this is, you know, our first taste of the playoffs, at least, you know, as a group together.